In this video, we will be creating a procedure that will go through and update our pretty much our server entry. So what it's going to do is it's going to search for an entry that has the IP address of the one that the client is sending the update request from. And if it finds one, it's going to go through and it is going to change the server name, map name, current players, and max players. So now what we can do is go to stored procedures, right click, create a new one. Let's call this one update server entry. And it's going to take in pretty much all the parameters that our add server entry takes in. So I'm just going to click Alter to copy it and select the IP address, server name, map name, current, and max players. And then close, like so, just to save us some time. So the IP address is, we're passing that in because that's what we want to, what's it called? That's what we're going to use as kind of like a definer. We're not going to use the server ID or anything. So from here, we're going to use a function, I guess it's what it's called in MySQL, called update. And then the table we're going to update, which is server data. And then we want to get the variables that we're updating. So I'm going to click server data so I can see them down here. And that's going to be server name equals server name. Or sorry, it's set. So update server data, set, and then the variables. Then we're going to do map name equals map name, all with an underscore to indicate the parameters. Current players equals current players. And finally, max players equals max players. And then we need the condition. So we're going to do where IP address equals the passed in IP address semicolon. So that way it's only going to make this change for the server entries where the IP address matches the host. So then you press apply. And if you get any sort of error saying like something regarding safe mode or something like that, or safe entry or something, what you can do is you go up here to edit, preferences, click SQL editor, and if you scroll to the very bottom, uncheck safe updates, press OK, and I believe you have to restart your workbench. So now that we have our changes applied, I'm going to go ahead and just refresh all. Go back to our server data. Nothing's changed. I'm going to create a new SQL command, and I'm going to call it. So call update server entry, then the parameters. So the first one is the server name. So let's change this to updated server name. Second one is map name. So updated map name. Third one, current players. Let's do 55 and max players 105. So, and the IP address. I almost forgot that. So that's going to be by default for testing 127.0.0.1. Then we execute. Now if we go back to our server data, here's our previous entry. Hit refresh. As you can see, updated server name, updated map name, 55 and 105, which all correspond to the parameters that we passed in when we called our procedure. So now that that is done, we can go about actually setting this up in our web API so we can easily update our data tables for our server entries. So now that that's done, I will see you in the next one.